because I think if you didn't have, I mean, this is a really two-dimensional character in its inception. It's just a girl. She's just on her phone, and she's just sort of has a slack jaw, like, I'm a teenage girl, I'm your sister character. And Spencer doing that voice and giving it its humanity, it reminds me a lot of like working with the people on Community and slowly realizing how much more a character could be because of the actor who's playing them. So definitely. The answer is yes. By the way, more summer,
multiple episodes where she's on adventures.
Some people might push back on that and go, "Wait, I thought the show was called Rick and Morty." In fact, I mean that's how much more summer you're getting in season 2. Is that you might at the end of the season there might be backlash. But lots and lots of her.
Beth also goes on adventures in case you're wondering.
Great.
Oh, good.
Yeah. There's we in season 1 there was because we were making it up and we thought the show needed a template. The template was A story is the sci-fi thing with Grandpa going off with grandson on sci-fi adventures. Well, the B story is going to be Woody Allen, Charlie Kaufman kind of domestic adventures. We eschewed that template, I think, headlong into season 1, and then for season 2. It's definitely, we didn't even start with it. So an episode will just start with Rick in the spaceship with Morty and Jerry's in the back seat. Or it'll be, like Jerry and Beth go to interstellar couples therapy.
Yeah, there's episodes where it's flipped. That one, it's like Jerry and Beth are having a sci-fi adventure, and Rick and Morty are kind of having a more grounded, emotional exploration of Rick's, I don't even know, maturity or something. But
we felt safer to mix it up. I think it's almost, like, I would say in certain respects the show becomes more like Futurama because it's now just a sci-fi sitcom. There's a family on Earth, but the universe is sort of just available to all of them to explore.
Hey guys.
sorry, it is.
We got it all out of our system.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Justin's going to answer the next 3 questions.
Okay, well, actually, going off of what you said about Morty being sort of the moral one and Beth or Summer kind of calling him out on it, where does like Morty's moral compass come from?
Well, I might have misspoke about that because as I said it, I'm like, wait, does Morty have any morality, or is he actually equally amoral to Rick because he's actually just a coward? I'm not sure. Actually, like Morty is just a feeling. Like he's very reactive.
I think he's he's young, he's 14, and he's sort of like, as he gets older, I think his morality will start to, drop. I mean, when I was 14, I was very like, moral.
We explore that concept in this season. I mean, you actually get to see an episode where Morty gains permission in his own mind to mete out justice, and Rick has to put him down.
He goes a little off the rails.
I think that's a huge thing about puberty, and I really like about the show is that it's a great puberty myth. When you're at that age, you are. That's when I started reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it's you're at an age where you're sort of looking around and your consciousness is shifting, and the big question is, do you know right from wrong at that age? You're starting to be interested in girls, but do you know that they're human beings, or do you think that they're goddesses or monsters? Do you have a soul at that age?
Or are they just images in a disgusting magazine you found in an abandoned house? My story.
An abandoned house, not the woods?
No, in an abandoned house with a mattress and shit everywhere.
Why were you in the abandoned house?
I grew up in a bunch of almond orchards, and like down the street, we were like, what is that creepy abandoned house? It was like a really tiny, like maybe 400 square feet.
Was it one of those things where there's like the rumors like, hey, there's porn?
Yes.
That was the internet back then.
Yes. That was the internet. Yeah.
I want to point out that you're probably lucky to be alive still.
Dude, believe me, I feel like there was times where we barely missed the crazy homeless killer.
Well, I think your family. I think it's more like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You guys are the ones that live there. I think anyone whose van broke down in that area is lucky to be alive. His family is just a bunch of nutcases running around an almond orchard.
We actually would eat human beings.
Just kidding.
So do you guys take a lot of experiences from your own family lives
to create the kind of the dynamic of the characters family-wise, or is it basically just all just pulling from nowhere?
No, definitely. I mean, I don't know how else to write. Like when we talk about sci-fi concepts, we talk about pop culture. We talk about our favorite sci-fi concepts. We talk about The Fly, and we talk about Back to the Future, and we talk about Doctor Who. But when we're exploring emotional arcs, the only place you can go is for people to tell stories about the time they pooped their pants in 6th grade, and whether or not their dad hit them and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if it's. I mean, we don't make stuff up when it's about family. I don't know how you could. Really.
Yeah.
So whose grandfather is the crazy one?
Well, Rick, I think is. I don't know if he's.
I mean, nowhere near my grandfather. Nowhere near Rick, but he was a little crazy.
I think Rick's just a manifestation of everyone's mental illness. He's the Cat in the Hat. He's the drop dead Fred. He's like he's the part of you that makes you that has bigger fish to fry than this fake reality that we live in.
It's very bitter. There's an episode where you get to kind of see a little bit more of a vulnerable side to him, which is kind of interesting. That I don't think we really did in season 1.
In season 2, you actually get to meet, without spoiling anything about it, you actually get to meet an ex-lover of Rick's.
It's a really good episode.
And if anything, it's not. I mean, I don't know how much did you draw upon real relationship for that? Because that feels like a real. It's like
I drew upon my current relationship.
If it wasn't for the fact that his girlfriend is a hive mind, then it would basically be like a drama, like an episode of like a real.
Spoilers!
Strike that from the record.
This guy, jeez, that's a big giant spoilie. Why don't we just here? Why don't I pull my phone out? Let's just watch the rest of the season.
Yes, can we?
Hey man,
What do you think it is about, because you're talking about you pull from the sci-fi references and then you pull for your lives, what do you think it is about science fiction that you can marry it to anything you want?
I think science fiction it's just a convenient modern incarnation of I mean, Jack and the Beanstalk would be called sci-fi these days because that was technology. It was the idea that you put a seed in the ground and it grows, and someone said, what if
Monsanto created the seed?
what if the plant was so big that it went up to the sky? That's like, so I mean, sci-fi is just us living in a world where we are starting to realize that we're inheriting the role of God. So we stop talking about magic cows and beans and witches, and we've just transferred that to something that feels, as it did back then, possible.
Yeah.
Like people believed in witches back then. They thought that one lived next door, probably because it was an effective woman.
We should do an episode where there's a witch and Morty's all scared and he's like, that's not a witch. She just has a bracelet, a magical bracelet. Not magic.
It's just a woman with agency.
Sci-fi bracelet.
That's where witches come from. It's women with agency. She's just Lena Dunham.
Thank you.
That was sexist.
No, I'm white knighting.
Oh, sorry. See, I don't know what's happening.
I'm mansplaining.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A video for the YouTube channel for the end plate, and everyone always is like, oh hey, didn't see you there, hey, why don't you subscribe down here or click on this video to see more videos, you know? So I'm trying to make a really generic, ridiculous one.